Would you like to know how to make a chicken korma just like you get at the best curry houses? Well, I've got the recipe for you. This is one from my book, The Curry Guy Bible, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. So as you can see here, I've got all of my ingredients ready to go. Pre-cooked chicken. You need to have your pre-cooked chicken ready so you can cook this up in 10 minutes. I've got my base sauce over here. I don't know if you can see that yet, but there you are, some base sauce. And just a few other things. Now, the only difference between this korma and the korma that's in my book is the korma in my book is family size. So it serves 4 people, whereas this is a curry house size portion, which is gonna serve 1 to 2 people, depending on how hungry you are. I've got some coconut milk powder and some almonds, ground almonds. Here is some block coconut. If you can't get block coconut where you live, just use some maybe 3 to 4 thick tablespoons of thick coconut milk. That'll do the job as well. Got a little bit of garlic and ginger paste there, some sugar. Sugar is another thing that's very important. Some people love their kormas to be really, really sweet. Others don't. So if you want it to be sweet, that's how you do it. You add a little bit more sugar and you just add it to taste. Everything should be added to taste anyway. I'm gonna put this now on the heat and I'm gonna add some ghee here. And when that ghee melts, I'm gonna start adding some of my whole spices. What I've got for whole spices is just some cinnamon. I got a cinnamon stick, and I've also got some cardamom pods, and I'll just hold those up just like that, which I've already smashed. If you don't like to bite into whole spices, take them out before you serve it. It's quite easy. They usually fill it to the top anyway. So as soon as this melts, we're gonna add the whole spices to infuse. All right, so to this hot ghee, I'm gonna go ahead and add a cinnamon stick and some cardamom pods. We're just gonna let those infuse into the ghee. You can also use oil if you like as well, just nice vegetable oil, but I like to use ghee for a korma. We're just gonna let those infuse into that ghee for about 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna add about 1 tablespoon garlic and ginger paste. And this again, we're only gonna be letting this fry for about 30 seconds. That's just gonna cook off the rawness. To that, I'm gonna add roughly, well, let's say about a tablespoon of this coconut milk powder. Give it a nice coconut flavor. Again, you can use a little bit more coconut cream or something like that if you need to instead. And then I've got these ground almonds. I'm gonna add about 3 tablespoons there. And as you'll see, this is gonna start becoming really dry very quickly as they toast there. It's gonna be really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some hot base sauce. And your base sauce, because it's really essentially a thin onion stock, is going to cook down very quickly. So you can add about 3 ladles or so. In my books and also my blog, I give exact amounts on how much to use, but with all recipes really, they're just kind of there to give you an idea of what needs to be done. You can be in charge of that. If your curry is looking a little bit dry, add some more base. If it's looking too saucy, just cook it down. All right, this is looking really good now. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. I don't like really sweet curries, so I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon of sugar. But this is something, again, that you need to decide yourself, how much you put in there. There we are. And then in goes this chicken, this pre-cooked chicken. You could use tandoori chicken here. I like to use chicken breast. I mean, usually I use chicken thigh for a curry, but for a korma, it's just kind of, it's a lot of times it's for kids and people that don't like spicy food. They might be a bit picky as well. So I'd like to go with something that everyone's gonna like, and that's going to be the breast meat. But that, again, is totally down to you as well. Use tandoori chicken, use raw chicken. You'll just have to cook it a little bit longer. But here, what I did is I cooked this chicken in a little bit of the base sauce, and that helped flavor the base sauce as well. As you can see here, as the base sauce continues to cook in that hot pan, it kind of caramelizes to the sides. You can just scrape that off. That is flavor. So just scrape off what you need, add more as and when you need it. You don't need to really stir from the bottom because it won't burn. You don't have to worry too much. We're cooking this so quickly. This is gonna be cooked in less than 10 minutes. But what you do want to do is make sure that if you do get any on the sides, you scrape it in, get that flavor back into the korma. Now I'm gonna add this first. That is the block coconut. Like I say, you can use other types of coconut if you need to, but I like to use the block coconut in a curry like this. It's creamy. When it melts down, it just really makes the sauce taste nice and rich, which is what you're looking for in this. See, a korma isn't really a korma at all. These curry house style kormas, they're not kormas as what a real korma is. In like Mogul cooking up in the north of India and also in Pakistan, there's lots of different types of kormas, and they can be spicy, like really spicy, mild, they can be medium spiced. But the whole idea of a korma cooking is braising. You're slowly braising the meats and vegetables and everything together to come up with a korma. This is a curry house style korma is really just a korma in name only. They call it a korma at a curry house, but it's just gotten to be known as the one that's creamy, sweet, a little bit sweet, very rich. And that's what we call a korma here in the UK. So if you ever have a chance to try a real korma, I recommend doing it. I love those. I've got a few on my blog as well if you want to give those a try. So that's looking really good now. I'm going to add just a pinch of garam masala, just to give it some nice, warming spices. A little bit more cinnamon, some cumin, some coriander, cardamom. Just really, it's going to flavor this up really nicely. There we are. And all that coconut is now melted. I'm going to add just a little bit of cold butter. I'm just going to let that melt into the sauce. All these curry house style curries, and I've got a lot of them on my YouTube channel now. All these can be made in 10 minutes. If you do the batch cooking, it's all layered cooking. You get your base sauce done, you get your pre-cooked chicken done, and you can be eating much better than going to a curry house at home in minutes. By the way, all these ingredients that I've been using, I list those wherever this video is. So if you see it on my blog, you'll see the ingredients and how much I used. On YouTube, same thing. Just look down in the description and you'll find what you're looking for. There we are. This is looking very nice now. Finishing touch is Rosewater, and you can get Rosewater at every Asian shop. And you don't want to add too much. You can very quickly overpower a dish. You just want a drop. There you go. That's all you need. If you decide you need more, add it, but I would say that's all you need. That's looking really nice now. And we've got ourselves a korma now. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to that. And obviously, a lot of people like it to be very creamy. Now, it's already quite creamy as it is, but I'm going to add a little bit more cream to that. And we'll also use some of this as a garnish at the end. So we are. Let's get that all stirred in there. There you go. Why go out and spend a lot of money for a korma when you can do that at home in less than 10 minutes? There you are. These recipes are all tried and tested. My book's been out now. It was actually originally in my red book, the first book, which came out in 2017. People liked it a lot, so I put it in the Bible as well. So these are all tried and tested recipes. These are recipes that people have liked from the books, and now I want to show you how to make them on video. So there you go. Chicken korma. I'm going to turn off the heat now. Chicken korma in 10 minutes, curry house style. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do, because I got lots, and I mean lots, of new videos on the way. I'm currently putting out about 2 videos a week, and Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and I hope you get a chance to try it soon. Thank you. Mild, sweet, and intensely rich. This chicken korma, curry house style, perfect for kids and those that don't like spicy curries. Give this a go.